I never believed in those horror stories about calls from the beyond until it happened to me. It all began shortly after my grandfather passed away. He had been my anchor in this world. His departure left an emptiness impossible to fill. That night, I was home alone, the window slightly open, letting in a cold wind that made the curtains dance. The clock was close to midnight when the phone suddenly rang. I looked at the caller ID, an unknown number, a knot formed in my throat, a strange mix of fear and curiosity. Without thinking much, I picked up the receiver. "Hello," I said. A heavy silence took over the line. For a moment, I thought it was a prank. Then the voice came. It wasn't an echo or noise. It was him, my grandfather's voice, clear, exact, with that warmth I remembered. "Can you hear me?" he asked softly. My heart began pounding. I didn't know whether to laugh, cry, or scream. "Grandpa, is it you?" I stammered. "I'm trapped," he replied. "I can't get out. I need you to help me." Several seconds of silence passed, as if the very air had frozen between us. "Where are you?" I asked, my voice trembling. "I can't say. Not here," he whispered. "They are watching." A chill ran down my spine. The silence was broken by a strange noise, like a distant whisper, a murmur I couldn't make out. "Who?" I tried to ask. "Those who don't want it to come back." The voice faded, each word weaker, as if it was hard to breathe. Suddenly, the line went dead. No ringing tones, no static, just absolute silence. I tried calling back, but the number vanished from the caller ID. It was as if that call had never existed. The following days were strange. My phone rang at unexpected times, with a disturbing silence on the other end. Sometimes only static was heard, and other times distant, chilling laughter. My house started feeling different. Shadows seemed to stretch longer than usual. The air grew cold and heavy. More than once, I thought I saw a vague figure at the end of the hallway, but when I turned on the light, nothing was there. One night, while sleeping, I woke up to the sound of the phone ringing. In the dark, I grabbed the receiver and a distorted voice whispered, "You shouldn't have answered." Fear paralyzed me. I felt something invisible sitting at the edge of my bed. From that moment, the line between the real and the paranormal began to blur. Desperate to understand, I sought help. I contacted a medium who agreed to come to my house. "Your call is not from your loved one," she warned me as she checked every corner with her tools. "It's an entity that feeds on fear and sadness." With each session, the presence became more aggressive. The calls grew more intense. The voice no longer just asked for help. It demanded, manipulated, threatened. "Open the door for me," it said in a dark tone. "You are the key." I began to feel like I was losing control. That presence was inside me, whispering in my head, shaping my thoughts. I tried to resist, prayed, used protection, but the phone rang insistently at any hour, with that voice challenging me more and more. "You can't escape," it whispered. "We belong to you." One night, I decided to face it. I grabbed the phone, took a deep breath, and shouted, "I'm not afraid of you. Leave me alone." For a moment, there was only silence. Then, a macabre laugh filled my ears. The call ended, and an invisible weight seemed to lift from me. But its warning stayed etched in my mind. The door is open. Only you decide if you want to close it. Since that night, the phone hasn't rung again. The house regained its calm, but something inside me changed forever. Sometimes in the dark, I feel something watching me, that voice still lurking, waiting for me to lower my guard. And although I know I shouldn't answer when the phone rings in the middle of the night, the temptation is stronger than fear. Because there are calls that come from beyond and others that should never be answered. Just a few days ago, I was sitting in front of my computer working when suddenly the phone rang. The strange and terrifying thing was that the number on the screen was my own. Yes, my own number. A chill ran through my entire body, and for a moment, I hesitated whether I should answer or not. Curiosity and fear battled inside me, but the impulse to respond was stronger. I took the receiver with trembling hands, and when I lifted it, at first there was nothing on the other end, just a heavy, dense silence, like someone was breathing very close. Then, a barely audible whisper slid through the line, so cold and sinister it froze my blood. "I'm here, inside you." My heart pounded, the air grew heavy, and a sense of dark presence filled the room. I felt as if something invisible was trying to pierce me, as if that entity not only wanted to talk, but to enter me. I hung up immediately and turned off the phone. Since that day, every time I walk past it, I feel it watching me, that voice still waiting for me to let my guard down. I don't know exactly what it wants, but I know it's no longer just a call. It's a constant threat. Now I ask you, if you ever received a call from someone you thought was lost forever, would you answer it? Would you be brave enough to face what's on the other side? Or would you hang up and never look back? Tell me in the comments what you would do if you were in my place. Would you dare to hear the truth, or would you run from fear? If you enjoy stories that give you goosebumps, that make you look twice over your shoulder and leave you with that unsettling feeling right before sleep, then this is the place for you. Here, every story is an open door to mystery, to the terror lurking in the invisible, to those calls we shouldn't answer but still do. I invite you to subscribe, because what's coming next is even darker, deeper, and definitely more terrifying. These aren't just stories. They're experiences so real you might feel someone is calling you right now. And believe me, not all calls are what they seem. Some come when you least expect them, with voices you recognize, but hiding secrets that should never have been uncovered. So stay alert. Keep the phone away when night falls. And remember, in the darkness, Sometimes the ring reminds us that there are things better forgotten and others that upon waking, we wish we had never discovered. Don't let it happen to you. But if it does, we'll be here to tell you about it. Subscribe, comment, share your fear with me. Because together, we will face what hides in the call from beyond.